Welcome to Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today, you can tell by looking at this bottle, it's pretty distinguished and recognizable. We're going to be reviewing Maker's Mark. I refer to it as Maker's Mark 90 because it is a 90 proof whiskey. The patented hand dipped wax seal on there. Many distilleries have been sued for dripping the wax down. Some have gotten away with having like just the wax come down but not dripped. If it was black, I've seen one with red somehow. But that's kind of the distinguishing mark here of Maker's Mark. And so we're going to be reviewing this, but first I want to say this is my first whiskey review post having COVID. And I lost my sense of taste and smell, as I have said in some of my other videos. And so I'm coming back from that. I'm pretty sure that I have about 80 to 100%. Nah, I won't say 100%. 80 to 90% of my sense of taste and smell back. So I'm hoping that these reviews are not horrible. If I find that I'm not quite getting the sense of smell and taste that I think I should be getting, I'm probably going to stop the reviews because I got like 12 different whiskeys I think I need to review. And so I can taste whiskey again, I can smell whiskey again, but I've really had to stick my nose into the glasses to get a lot of the smells out of it. And I had a really good sense of smell before I had COVID and a really good palate. I was able to pick out a lot of different things. So hopefully that will all be coming back here, and it'll be back in full. Hopefully it's good enough now that I can get a good and honest taste and smell, and I can give you a good and honest review. But we're going to try it. We're going to start with Maker's Mark. It's a pretty classic bourbon, has a pretty signature flavor that's kind of right down home plate as far as bourbons go. And so hopefully things go well. So with that, and having said that, let's do a little experimentation here and see how things go. So, first whiskey review post-COVID. Now, I have had whiskey. I just haven't really dove into the glass too hard to see what was coming out of it. So, here we go. So, I bought the 375 milliliter bottle instead of a 750. I got it for $13.49 here locally. So if you double it, maybe give yourself a little discount volume, that should put you somewhere in that like $25 range per se, somewhere in there. So $25 to $30 for a 750 in Maker's Mark. Okay, so already I'm a little bit nervous about this because I get a little bit of ethanol, or not even ethanol, it's more nail polishy, more acetone. And I don't think that's really what I should be getting, but I get an apple, a slight light fruit up front, and then it kind of goes into a cherry actually. And it's rare that I get both of those. But I'd say an apple into a cherry. I get a caramel on there. And no oak or anything like that at all. It's a little bit higher proof alcohol. It's not really high, but it's a little bit higher, so that might account for that acetone that I'm getting. And now as I keep getting into it, I just get a pretty heavy cherry and caramel in there. So, okay, so that's kind of promising. Let's see what happens here. So, for me, it starts out really cherry and caramel blended together. And it's very sweet, sugary sweet. Moving forward, kind of holds that note that I get in the beginning, carries it through the middle, and into the end. Now the end, I get a lot more burning, a lot more like a lot more burn in the throat and chest, but a pretty heavy black pepper spice. A little bit of oak tannin in there. Going back to the nose, it's more apple and cherry than anything. And it's like distinctly apple and distinctly cherry. So that went cherry, caramel into a vanilla, then an oak. So classic bourbon flavors, not unexpected at all. A little bit more burn than I was expecting, but you know, it is 90 proof, so okay, I'll give you that even though 90 proof isn't all that high. I will say that the flavor profile, the actual nuanced part of the profile, moves very quick from start to middle. There's maybe like 3 notes in there, 4 notes that are in there, and then it goes pretty hard and quick into that finish. And the finish lingers. It's a dry finish that lingers with the spice, the alcohol, the ethanol, and the black pepper spice, and a little bit of oak tannin in there. So hopefully, and I didn't do any background research on this one, so hopefully that is kind of the classic profile. After I make this video, I will go look and see what other people have said about what the Maker's Mark profile is. And if that aligns with kind of what I'm finding, then I'll probably keep doing these videos. Otherwise, I'll probably shut down the whiskey review portion of this channel with new videos for another week, maybe, hoping that my sense comes back a little bit better. But I feel pretty confident in this. I think that things are going pretty good because I am able to pick out a fair bit more flavor than I thought I was going to. So. Yeah, and I actually get a little bit of a cinnamon, which I think is not characteristic of this, but it could be what I ate. You know, it's the afternoon. I've already had a fair bit of food today and whatever else, so it could be what I'm getting. Where that's coming from is it's mixing with something I've had today, but it's pretty darn good. So there you go, the first post-COVID whiskey review on Life and Whiskey. We did Maker's Mark or Maker's Mark 90, and it's a pretty good bourbon. I know it's my hunting partner's favorite, and it's the favorite of a lot of other people. I don't think it has enough characteristic that it's going to be a sipper for me, but I do like it, and I think you'd probably like it too. It's one that many people kind of gravitate towards. You know, it's a little bit higher alcohol, 90 proof, 45% ABV. Not a whole lot of other things I want to say about it, but go ahead, pick yourself up a bottle of Maker's Mark if you haven't already. Drop in the comments down below what you can find a bottle for in your area. If you have any comments, please let me know. Hopefully, if you've had COVID, you're not suffering from the same maladies that I had. You didn't lose your sense of smell and taste. My whole family had it, me, my wife, my kid. I was the only one that lost my sense of taste and smell. Well, that we think. We didn't test Junior, so we have no idea whether or not he lost it or not. But my wife did not, so that was lucky. And so hopefully you didn't fall into that boat either if you were so as unfortunate as to have had COVID. But anyways, hope everybody's staying safe. And yeah, if you haven't already, please maybe think about subscribing to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and check out some of the other videos. I know the audio sucked on a lot of the other videos because they were old ones that I'm reposting. I talked about that in one of my newer videos, but yeah, check out the channel, see what you think. Thanks for watching. I hope you have yourselves a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video.